welcome back. If you're wondering what's on my lips, it is this Bite Beauty Rose Pearl thing that we got in the Sephora glitter eyes thing. This is supposed to be an eye and lip thing. Basically, it has pigment and a lot of glitter, so I just thought it was fun for the lips, so that's what I did. Okay, today you might notice that like one eye kind of has makeup on, the other one doesn't. This is my review of the Kat Von D Mini Metal Mattes. Okay. Now, I didn't watch any reviews. I just kind of like heard through the grapevine mixed reviews, kind of thing. I didn't really watch one fully. And I didn't have the original metal matte to know what that formula was like or best way to apply that. I don't remember the reviews from that long ago. It's been a couple years. Sorry, those are gonna like just make noise, but so yeah, like I don't know, but I heard some things that it might not be as good as the big one. Like certain things about the shade, even though I think it's like half of that palette. I don't know. All right. So you see beautiful packaging and the shade and Big O Mirror and like really nice shades. Like all these are the Metal Crush formula, and then you got like kind of corresponding matte. So this they could have went a little bit deeper with a reddish undertone into that color, but and it does swatch beautifully. I did have a whole swatch video. Now this shade does not appear white, like even in the swatch. It's very duochrome and it shifts towards that darker like champagne, like almost a rosy champagne kind of color, so it doesn't stay that white. Now I will say these are good mattes. These are good mattes, but they are so light. I mean, that's a great setting shade. It's very pigmented no matter what brush I use. It's very good to set things down and have you a base. This one by its nature is just really light, barely shows up on me at all. And that one, yeah, I could set with that one. And that is 3 out of these shades of this palette, okay, that aren't really crease shades for me because they don't show up. The white one will, but you can't, it's not really a crease shade. So you're not left, if you're my skin tone or even darker, with very much option. Unless like when you're really dark, these show up like bam, and then you got your transition shade, okay, maybe. But like when you're a medium skin tone, these don't show up well at all. Like we're too light for them to be just like a punch of color, and we're too dark for them to be a crease shade. Or a good one at any rate. And I'm not even the darkest medium. These two, especially this, even this brown, but this purple is patchy. Every now and then I can get it to blend nicely or nicer. I mean, you can work with it, but you have to really work at it to get it not to blend patchy with the Luxie brush. But even Sigma and or cheaper one, it's the same thing. These, but however, and this goes darker. Like it turns almost like a grayish purple, like on your lid, like it really does. So yeah, they're not pigmented, which if you're into that for a palette. Now I do think this palette is decent for like everyday work wear, but I kind of can get away with whatever color I want to on my lids. I mean, I wear glitter, they wouldn't say anything, but this eye right here, primed with Milani, and I've tried it with Urban Decay too, is all day wear, and it's faded, and it was maybe a little bit more. That's what I noticed. They will fade with a primer. They fade throughout the day. This eye had almost come off with this like my own little eye problem, so we're gonna ignore that. And I noticed with setting spray, I mean, I still had to go in a couple times, but it was basically like how I would normally wear my eye look. Like this is uber soft for me, even though it's faded. Even at the beginning of the day, it was like soft for me, softer than I normally go to. And it's just like it just fades. And I have primer on, and I'm like, even when I wet it, I'm like, okay, when I wet it, they didn't fade, but at the same time, they weren't like you expect. You hear Metal Crush formula like, in like staying power, like a pop, like not even like a full blown like exorbitant pop, but like a pop of color. And like I have not got this from this palette or anything. I mean, they'll look fine, especially dry like for a little while, and then they really bad fade. And you know, if you wet them, they look okay. But I figure I'd give you like a little bit of an eye demo. Lay down some primer again on that lid. We're gonna go with my pinky because the pinky hasn't touched anything. And I did haul this in Sephora, so I'll like throw that one up there, and we're just gonna like apply some Milani primer. I need to get my contacts out. My eyes like uber bothered today. Like, I notice like my tear ducts like swollen. Like you actually see it, and I'm like, ugh. Yeah, they need to come up. But go in and like how I would normally do this, so you can see. I mean, the white's nice. The white's in bone. It's like an off-white. But see, even have some shadows that just stay even if my eyes messed up. If I mess, as long as I'm not like rubbing my eye off, yeah, they're fine. These are not that. I'm going with the Real Techniques. I mean, I've tried. I'm gonna go in that purple and velvet. Okay, got them out on my brush. And, like, see, it just normally I tap off, but like, I don't know. Like, and I set it, so it shouldn't have any interference with the primer. Like being too tacky or whatever. It's just like doesn't want to blend much. Or great. Okay, and I use that the Saint Center palette, and I like that. This one's just like, I don't know. I don't like shadows where I have to work at blending them like constantly, because I have like 5 minutes to do my eyeshadow. And this one just seems like I need to do that. It's kind of dark for a crease anyway. I'm gonna go into Dose, which is this copper red kind of color. See, it's very soft. I'm like, okay. Flip it around. I'm gonna add Flash, which is that yellow gold. And see, it looks pretty on, but at the same time, it's not like, I figured something metal matte would just be awesome. And I'm not getting that with this palette, and it's really, I'm going to take this one, I know it's tapping, I'm going to go into that color, like run it on my bottom lash line. Go into Oak, run on the outer edge, maybe up into that V just a tad. That one likes to get patchy too. Like, I'm not saying it's not pretty. It is, and it will be for a little while, but it starts to fade. It just fades off, and then you're left with like a very soft, like I had crease work up here, and you can barely tell I have anything in my crease right now. They just fade. I don't know. I'm like, I'm disappointed in this. Even wet, and I can show you what it's going to do wet really easy. I will amp this look up to wet. Okay. Use me serious. Okay. Pass the full brush, okay? I'm gonna go over this. Before I used, like I said, in spray, that Smashbox, whatever. Okay, I'm not saying that that's not a pretty look, but it almost feels like I do redundant looks. And then, like, look at that. It's hecka patchy over there. With that matte. And it's just, it's not vibrant. It's not, like, as poppy as I'd want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye over here the same way. Which I think I failed at, but it's okay. Yeah, we're going to have to, I don't know. I think I just was expecting more with this palette. Like a lot more, and I didn't get it. Yeah, I bought that on because that was like a straight up, like, yeah, eye look there. I don't know. I'm just like so not impressed at all with this palette. It's just, especially since she was wanting $39 for this originally. I'm like, I can get the same look, but even better and punchier and last longer out of my Solstice palette, out of the Festival with the Magic palette, like a few others. Like, I have several options to get the same look and just better, and I'm just not impressed, especially with the lasting power. Like, you have to wet it to have like good lasting power, but even then it's not as punchy as you would think it would be wet. So overall, if you want it, right, I think it was still on sale for $24, up to you. I don't know. I'm like really disappointed. And like, apparently her 10th anniversary palette was like a little patchy on some shades too. So I don't know. Up to you. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Toodles.